Hello, Mr. and Mrs. Brookings-Harbor and all the fishing boats at sea. I'm Cousin Bruce Ellis.
And I'm Kat Liddell. And this is the Insider Report. So let your ears do the walking as we fill you in on what's going on in the Brookings-Harbor area and beyond.
Well, hello, and welcome to this week's show that keeps you in the know. Hey, Kat.
Hi, Bruce. How you doing this lovely Monday morning?
I'm good, doing good. You had a little bit of a break this weekend, right?
Oh yeah. I got to take a long weekend, long Easter weekend, and I have some company in from out of town, and we went to go see Come From Away over in Ashland.
Okay.
So OSF also does like musicals every once in a while as part of their lineup, and this is like a contemporary musical, and it's about the residents of this small town on this island in Canada in Newfoundland. That when 9/11 happened, they closed U.S. airspace, and so all of these planes that were like en route to destinations suddenly had to reroute. So they sent them to this remote island with like 7,000 people, or like 9,000 people on it, and then the population practically doubled overnight because they were hosting all these people as they were trying to figure out what's going on.
Yeah.
So they wrote a musical about that. Like they all develop friendships. People come back after on anniversaries of that to just reflect with people, and they're like. All these people from around the world are now friends with like the people in this town in tiny Newfoundland, Canada, and it's they made a musical out of it.
Right.
Yeah.
Caused by a disaster.
I know. Yeah, and it's like one of the most like I was bawling through the whole thing. Oh my gosh. Yes, but it was touching. It was like very like beautiful too at the same time, and it was just like it had such like uplifting messages about like coming together in crisis and like really like appreciating your fellow humanity. Yeah. So it was great. 10 out of 10 recommend if you're over in the Valley, like go check it out. It's really, really good. So
things like that bring people together.
Yeah.
But in a way, sometimes too bad it has to be a crisis to do it. But it's like that's what happens. Sometimes.
But yeah, sometimes we do find our better angels and really come together as people. So it was good. It was good.
That sounds fun.
Yeah.
Look at you going to Ashland and just
bopping around, seeing plays, doing all that stuff. Yeah.
She's not doing one. She wants to be seeing one.
Yeah. Can you tell I love theater? How about you, Bruce? How are you doing?
Well, I got to tell you, I'm doing great. Had a good weekend and everything like that. It was Easter weekend and all that, and I made sure and got the Easter basket and of course the chocolate bunny.
Yes.
I mean, it's so funny. I forgot. I went Tuesday and I got like the Easter basket. I was all like, I got his Easter basket early. Thursday night, I wake up middle of the night and I'm like going, oh man,
you forgot the bunny.
I did.
You forgot the bunny.
So I had to grin and bear it. No, I went and made a special trip right in there.
Yeah.
Got it when, at least I could go out the fast checkout. But yes, the bunny saved the day because I would have never heard the end of it. That's for sure.
Yeah, you drop the ball if you forget the big old chocolate bunny. Yeah.
So we did that. That was fun. But I'm going to tell you what, I'm really excited because last Wednesday, we went back into orbit and everything.
Yeah,
I
saw
was
that.
telling friends about it, and they didn't even know it or whatever. And I'm like, well,
that's crazy. Yeah.
I was 8 years old when when man landed on.
Yeah, when everybody was watching, everyone on the planet was watching TV at the same time because of that. Yeah,
classrooms. They brought it into the classroom, the TV, and we didn't have to do anything other than watch that. I went home and we just watched it because everybody's TV. We had one, and everybody had a TV set on our block. Had people gathered around it and everything like that, and watching the thing, and it was really exciting. And I got the same. It reminded me. I even posted something about how it reminded me of that 8-year-old boy that saw a man go on the moon. Now I get really excited about us going and doing stuff and going to go on the moon again. But I'm just watching these guys that I've been tuning to it. Thank goodness that they've got it on. You can go to NASA's, .com and watch the whole thing. And I'm one of them nerds on that one, man. I've been sitting there. I would never go to space, but I'm going to tell you what, I sure like to watch us do stuff like that. And it's really interesting, the trajectory, how it meets the moon, how they're going to be going around the dark side today. That's why I'm going to have it on there because we're going to lose contact for like 45 minutes. Oh, yeah, I've been watching this whole thing, and they're all in this little...
That's really
this little one bedroom, tiny little closet,
Yeah.
It was like, but it's interesting.
But also having the time of their lives.
Yes. Oh, you watch all 4 of them, and they gave a big Easter. I mean, I've caught all the interviews and everything that they've had on them. When they get them on, I go and check it out. And it's like, it's really cool. Yeah, they're having a blast doing it. And it's like, it's just really neat. And they're part of it. And yeah, they're really excited about it too. And it's just like, but I just remember, it just reminds me of back as a kid,
Yeah.
It was like, there's an exciting time.
And the whole world gets excited about it. Yeah. And it's just not the same. Not the same these days.
Hopefully when they land
when
they land on it again, I hope and do that, everybody gets a little attention on it and everything.
Yeah.
But they got my attention, that's for sure.
Oh, there you go.
So anyways, that's what I did this weekend. So
good for you.
So anyways, Hey, hope you all went out and had a good time. Had a great Easter weekend. You have the Easter break and all that good stuff. And before we get going on with the show, because there's lots of things going on, we'd like to thank the Oregon South Coast Fishermen, the Castaways, and Oregon Coast VIP Marketing for sponsoring the Insider Report. If you'd like to sponsor our show or one of the other fine shows here at KCIW, you just go to kciw.org and you will make that happen.
All right.
Very cool. We got a music schedule going on.
Yeah, post-Easter music. All right.
Indeed.
Starting off with Mike Powell and Bobby Baird. They're playing on the 26th at Augustino's from 2 to 4 p.m. And then on the 28th, they'll be at World Headquarters 101 Bar and Grill from 4:30 to 7.
Yeah, and Inateca's got a nice little lineup on the 10th. They've got the Ferguson Brothers at 8. On the 11th, they got Black GTO at 7. On the 17th, they got the Wayouts at 8. On the 18th, we got Metal Nights going on, 6:45. On the 23rd, the Mighty Steel's heads at 7, and on the 24th, the Italian guys at 7. I guess the Metal Nights, they need an extra 15 minutes.
I guess so. Yeah, they're just eager to get started, right? Yeah. All right. The Tony Land Band, they're playing on the 11th of Saturday, the 11th of April at Pete's Bar and Grill from 6 to 8. And then on the 25th, they'll be over at Kuntai, again, 6 to 8 p.m.
Yes, indeed. And Patty Ann, she'll be playing on the 11th, the second Saturday Art Walk at Fallcrest Design Studios at 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. And on the 25th, she'll be at Umbrella Farms, 2:30 p.m. to 4:30 p.m.
All right. And then Black GTO is playing on the 10th over at Port au Prince in Crescent City, 7:30 to 10:30. Then on the 11th at Inateca in Crescent City from 7 to 10. And on the 24th, they're playing at Chetco Brewing Co., 6 to 9 p.m. over there.
Yeah, and then once again, the Mighty Steelheads on the 24th. You'll find them at Inateca, 7 p.m.
Yep. And then, again, a reminder here, the Italian guys playing on the 25th at Inateca at 7 p.m.
Yep. And Cisco on the 11th, be at Umbrella Farms, noon to 2. On the 18th and 25th, Brookings-Harbor Farmers Market, 10 to 2. And then on the 24th, the Chetco Activity Center, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m.
Perfect.
That's it for the musica. So if you got something out there and you want to get it on the air, you just got to send it to CaptainCurry541@gmail.com, and I will make sure that happens for you.
Beautiful. All right. Well, hey, let's turn our attention, as always, to the busy Chetco Library, located at 405 Alder Street in Brookings. Starting with their weekly lineup, on Mondays at 5:30, they have Qigong for health and vitality. This is a free class with licensed instructors. And on Tuesdays, 10:30 a.m., it's story time for young children. At 3:30 on Tuesdays, they have Tween Club for youth ages 10 to 13. And then on Wednesdays at 9:30 a.m., they have another Qigong for health and vitality. This one's a morning class. And then 1:30 to 4 p.m., they have their weekly after-school program. It's drop-in activities and snacks for school-aged kids. Then Thursdays, 10 to noon, it's the Rowdy Creek String Band's open rehearsal, and this is for acoustic string instrument players. And at 5:30 p.m. on Thursdays, they have Easy Flow Yoga. This is a free class. They do recommend that people be able to comfortably get up and down from the floor to participate. All are welcome, though. And then on Fridays at 10:30 a.m., it's Threads, Hooks, and Needles. This is a fiber arts club for knitters, sewers, and more. And then Saturdays, 10:30 a.m., they've got Saturday Story Time for young children. And 1 p.m. on Saturdays, they have their weekly Saturday Shuffle, where you can play and trade Pokemon cards with guidance from experienced player David. That's it for the weekly events at the Chetco Library. Coming up for monthly and special events all month long. Hey, it's National Poetry Month, and they are doing a scavenger hunt. You can follow poetry-themed clues through the stacks of the library to solve a puzzle and unlock a special prize. This is a drop-in activity. Come anytime. It is best enjoyed by adults and kids ages 10 and older. It is puzzles. And then on April 15th and 19th at 1:30, they're doing Dungeons & Dragons one-shot adventures. This is for youth ages 10 to 16. It's meant to introduce players to the fun and interactive tabletop role-playing game. You can learn how to create characters, roll dice, and work together to complete a short adventure in a youth-friendly setting. No experience needed. However, space is quite limited, so visit that library calendar and find a spot to sign up for in advance, please and thank you. And then on the 9th of April, that's Thursday at 3:30 p.m., they're launching a new monthly program called After School Game Hub. This is open gaming on the library's Nintendo Switch 2. They'll also have a selection of board games. And this is every second Thursday of the month, and K through 12 students are welcome. And then Friday the 10th at 3:30 p.m., they have their Spring Poetry Circle. You're invited to share your own work or poems by your favorite poet at this quarterly meetup where poets and poetry lovers connect, discuss, and celebrate the written and spoken word. And anyone who signs up to share a poem will be entered to win a door prize. And then on Saturday the 11th at 12 p.m., they're having a kids craft workshop. Kids can drop in to make an upcycled pencil holder. Use a variety of craft materials to embellish a simple tin can and give it a new life. All supplies are provided. Also on the 11th at 3 o'clock till 4:30, they're a part of the second Saturday Art Walk, and they're having an open house. The library is going to serve light refreshments between 3 and 4:30 p.m., and the public is welcome to take in the art on display in the Forest Gallery. And April's display is featuring some beautiful watercolor paintings by local artist Lisa Amato. The artist will be in attendance. And then coming up for book clubs at the library this week, the 8th at 4 p.m., there's the Bookworm Buddies Club for 2nd through 5th graders. Kids vote on and pick the books they read each month. And then coming up on Thursday the 16th at 5:30 p.m., there's the Pub Grub Book Club for adults. This is a casual book club for adult fans of graphic novels, and it takes place off-site at Misty Mountain Brewing in downtown Brookings. And in April, the group is reading and discussing Hunger's Bite by Taylor Robin. Space for this one is limited because Misty Mountain is small, so registration is recommended. Hey, all library-led events and programs are free to attend, whether or not you have a library card, and you can get more info and even more upcoming programs by visiting chetco.librarycalendar.com, by following them on Facebook, or by giving them a call at 541-469-7738. Phew.
That's good stuff.
Good stuff, man. I was going to say, we have a whole magazine for it now. Yeah. You can go, we have too many events. But hey, enough of that. Now it's time for Famous Quotes with Cousin Bruce.
That's right. Hey, here are a few quotes from blues guitarist Muddy Waters. He was born April 4th, 1913. He says, I've been in blues all my life. I'm still delivering because I got a long memory. And then he goes, I wanted to definitely be a musician or a good preacher or a heck of a baseball player. Well, I couldn't play ball too good. I hurt my finger and I stopped that. I couldn't preach, and well, all I had left was get into the music thing. And then last but not least, he goes, if you got something you don't want other people to know, keep it in your pocket. Hey, hope you enjoyed this week's quotes from Muddy Waters with Cousin Bruce. Till next week, have a great one.
Like, have you tried just staying quiet?
That's right. Keep it in your pocket. I like that. Yeah, that's right. I love that. Keep it in your pocket.
If you want to stay secret, stay quiet. All right. Well, we were just fooling you. We actually do have another announcement here from the Chetco Public Library. Sorry.
But wait, there's more.
There is an ongoing spring program. It is super cool. The library is currently working on their Beyond 250 Living History in Brookings-Harbor project. This is happening all spring long. It's a local oral history project, and they are currently seeking folks who call Brookings-Harbor home to come sign up for an appointment to tell their story. This is open to anyone who has ever called Brookings home, whether that's past or present. You don't have to be a pioneer family to share what your memories have been like in this town and how it's impacted your life and how it's changed over the years. So to sign up to interview, you can call the library at 541-469-7738. There's also links galore to sign up at chetcolibrary.org.
I did it, and it was cool.
It was a ton of fun.
Experience. Yeah, it was a blast.
I'm one of the interviewers. You may get signed up to interview with me because I got to do an interview with Bruce.
That's right. We had a blast. So
yeah,
it was cool. Yeah,
all are welcome.
And I've 2027 November will be my 20 years here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, see, you didn't come here in a covered wagon.
Yeah. My whole family isn't from here. Yeah, exactly. Folks, that's it. So it was. Yeah. It's cool. So, and like I said last time, it'd be neat to have some people who've only been here for a couple of years.
Exactly. Yeah. We want your perspectives. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Hey, SWOCC has got ORKA in action. That's with a K. Southwestern Oregon Community College Curry Campus invites the community to join them on Thursday, April 9th, 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. for ORKA in Action, Restoring Oregon's Kelp Forests. This is a free program sponsored by the Friends of Curry Campus and would be held in the community room on Southwestern's Curry Campus, located 96082 Lone Ranch Parkway, off Highway 101. They invite the public to bring a friend and a brown bag lunch. So there you go. In the waters along Oregon's southern coast, a quiet ecological emergency is unfolding beneath the waves. According to the 2024 Oregon Kelp Forest Status Report, Oregon lost approximately 70% of its kelp forest between 2010 and 2022. A collapse driven by exploding purple sea urchin populations, ocean warming, and the loss of natural predators. Bull kelp forests that once stretched for miles sheltered rockfish, feeding gray whales, and anchoring coastal food webs have largely vanished from reefs where they thrived just a decade ago. The effects reach from the ocean floor to your dinner plate. The wild fish, Dungeness crab, and sea urchins that define Oregon's coastal economy would depend on healthy kelp ecosystems. If you care about Oregon's coast, this crisis demands attention. So let's see. Yeah, that's pretty wild there. Carolyn McKinnon is the Urchin Control and Dive Safety Coordinator for the ORKA, will be the presenter for this lecture. And ORKA unites diverse stakeholders passionate about kelp forest ecosystems, including commercial urchin divers, marine scientists, resource managers, tribal communities, tour operators, and recreational divers, students, culinary professionals, and coastal residents. So it hits everybody. Mm-hmm. Carolyn holds a Bachelor of Science in Marine Biology from Dalhousie University, with her current work focusing on coordinating volunteer and commercial divers to achieve ORKA's restoration goals while promoting diver safety. For more information on this, you can contact the Curry campus at 541-813-1667. Mm-hmm. That's one of those announcements that I got to say the whole thing, because it's like, it's all real. That's important stuff. Yeah, that's some life stuff there.
Absolutely. All right. Well, hey, coming up at Legends Arcade, they're teaming up with Recycle Video Games to present Super Smash Bros. 2 vs. 2 Spring Tournament. This is happening on the 10th of April over at Legends Arcade. There's going to be sign-ups between 4:30 and 5:30. It's free entry. You can win prizes. There's two age brackets for 14 and under and 15 and older, and 8 teams minimum per bracket. Consoles and controllers will be provided.
Yeah. And it's good stuff. And then Gold Beach Visitor Center is having Glass Floats Month. This started on April 1st and is running to the 30th. Over 1,500 glass floats will be hidden along the trails during the month of April. Go into the visitor center and pick up a map and join in on the hunt. They ask that you please only take 1 float per person. So that's 1,500 people out there who can get a float. So there you go.
There you go. All right. Oh, hey, coming up at the Chetco Pelican Players, they're going to be presenting the play Four Old Broads. Show dates for this play are April 10th through the 26th. Friday and Saturday performances are at 7 p.m. Sundays it takes place at 2 p.m. And what's this play about? Retired burlesque queen Beatrice Shelton desperately needs a vacation and not another trip up to Helen, Georgia to see that, quote, precious little German village for the umpteenth time. A sassy senior's cruise through the Caribbean may be just the ticket if she can just convince her best friend, Edie Mae Clayton, to stop praying and go with her. Unfortunately, things have not been very pleasant at Magnolia Place Assisted Living since Nurse Pat Jones began working there. The newest resident, Imogene Fletcher, is suddenly losing her memory. Maud Jenkins is obsessed with her favorite soap opera and planning her own funeral. Sam Smith, retired Elvis impersonator, keeps trying to bed every woman in the building. A mystery unfolds with laughter as the gals try to outsmart the evil nurse Pat Jones and figure out why so many residents have been moved to the dark side. What exactly is that mysterious pill? And what happened to Dr. Head? Hilarity ensues as Imogen goes undercover and Maud enters the Miss Magnolia Senior Citizen Pageant to throw Pat off their trail. If they can solve the mystery, they may make it to the cruise ship after all. Tickets for this are $15 for adults. Students can get tickets for $7. And if you have any questions, want to maybe reserve a seat, you can call 541-469-1857. All right.
That is written locally, too, I believe.
I don't know that it is.
Sure. I was wondering if it is. I got to look and see, because I want to make sure I say that. If it is, we got to give credit. You know, if it's, I'll look into that.
Well, I will follow up on that in just a moment.
Oh, you can do that. Yeah. There you go.
What else is coming up while I look into that?
I haven't heard that one yet. You know, out there. So that's pretty cool. Yes.
Okay. Oh no, wait. Here we are. It is not written locally. It's licensed through Concord Theatricals. Okay. But yes, but it looks like they found a nice little comedic mystery there.
Yeah, very cool.
There you go.
Cool. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was pulling for somebody local.
Do our best.
That's right. Hey, the Elk Valley Casino is presenting Comedy Night with Daniel Eachus. This is happening on the 11th at 8 p.m. Doors open at 7:30 p.m. Show starts at 8. Tickets in advance at the Points Club booth or online at etix.com and on the day of the show. And of course, you must be 8 or 21 or older to go there, because it's like a casino. Yeah, there you go.
Well, hey, the Pistol River Concert Association is currently presenting Ian George and the Knee Pockets. This is happening at the Pistol River Friendship Hall down in Pistol River on Carpenterville Road. This is happening on the 11th of April. Doors open at 6. The show starts at 7. And this live performance is an extremely entertaining one. Ian George, along with his band, The Knee Pockets, a group of jubilant, ferocious young men, have one motive: allow a good time. The show teams with whimsicality, clever arrangements, triumphant tangents, both in the music and the banter, a lot of banter, and outlandish solos grounded by George's gauzy voice and by the simple strength of a good song. Expect an engaging and dynamic string of gentle and not so gentle folk rock adventures. You can expect to dance, sway, sing, laugh, and most likely cry. Tickets are $20 in advance and $25 at the door. You can get tickets in person at Wright's Custom Framing in Brookings or at First Chapter Coffee House in Gold Beach. You can also get them in advance online at pistolriver.com. However, they are $21 online. They do have a $1 processing fee.
Yeah, I'll bet that. Yeah, the crying is just because you're laughing so hard.
Something
That's what
like
I'm
that.
figuring.
Tears
Yeah, I'm getting that tears of joy. Yeah. Hey, Coos and Curry Diaper Project. This is a free diaper giveaway 2026 at the Church of Nazarene, located at 1600 Chetco Avenue in Brookings on the 18th, 10 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Free diapers and wipes. All are welcome to come take them. Take them away. There you go.
All right. Well, the next big thing happening in my neck of the woods, Three Penny Theater Co. is having a Three Penny Arts Affair. Three Penny Theater Co. is turning 3 years old this April, and they want to invite you to a Three Penny Arts Affair. They've been reflecting on how incredible your support has been since their first ever production of the dark comedy Venus in Fur in 2023. So they're throwing a huge fundraiser party to help celebrate all of the local performing arts groups from Gold Beach to Crescent City. This isn't just a fundraiser for Three Penny alone. Nope. Each nonprofit performing arts group who joins them to share the work they've been doing will share in the funds raised from the ticket sales and from a silent auction as well. Attendees will get to experience a specially catered tapas-style dinner along with handcrafted sushi dishes by Zen Harmony Catering. Your ticket purchase will include 2 drink tickets per person, and of course, there will be live music from some of your favorite local musicians. A Three Penny Arts Affair will take place on Saturday the 18th over at Chetco Brewing Company. It's running from 6 to 9 p.m., and tickets can be bought at threepennytheater.com. If you got questions, you can email contact@threepennytheater.com.
Very cool. Very cool. We're going to be there. The Inside of Southern Oregon going to be representing. Yes, we'll be there. Yes, indeed. Yeah, Chrissy's going to come down and everything. So we
can't wait.
Good times.
Yeah, it's gonna be a blast.
Yeah, it'll be fun. Hey, Brookings Emblem Club number 265 is having a fashion show, Natural Form. Annual fashion show and fundraiser. This will be happening at the Brookings Elks Lodge on the 18th at noon. And there's a noon social hour. There's a 1 p.m. lunch followed by the fashion show, then door prizes and trivia. Tickets are $20 per person and available at the Brookings Elks Lodge.
All right. Well, hey, now it's time for a bit of real history with Bushwhacker Bruce.
That's right. G'day, Kat. G'day, mates. Bushwhacker Bruce here, and welcome to this week's bit of real history for your knowledge pleasure. Did you know an astronaut wore a gorilla suit on the space station? It's true, and here's the story. In 2016, future Senator and former astronaut Mark Kelly sent a gorilla suit to his identical twin brother, Scott. An unusual gift, especially as Scott was at this point resident on the International Space Station, and the suit was smuggled aboard via a SpaceX cargo mission. Well, the first attempt to ship the costume failed when the SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket exploded shortly after launch in June 2015. The video of the chase, when it finally made it through, is often accompanied by the song Yakety Sax, was heavily shared with Kelly stating he wanted to add humor to the monotonous environment. The result of the tomfoolery was a viral video showing Scott dressed as an ape chasing around British astronaut Tim Peake. The Kellys built on a rich tradition of taking contraband into space that dated back to March 1965 when Gemini 3 astronaut John Young carried a corned beef sandwich into orbit. According to Young, it seemed like a fun idea at the time. NASA bigwigs worried about crumbs damaging delicate equipment were not amused. Well, retired astronaut Mark Kelly sent the suit to his brother, who was nearing the end of his one-year mission on the ISS. So he smuggled it in on him, and he wore it. There you go. Hope you enjoyed this week's bit of real history with yours truly, Bushwhacker Bruce. Until next time, always keep it real.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, well, we've got a couple of minutes left here in the program, so let's get into some PSAs here. Coastline Dance is happening at the Del Norte Recreation Gym on 1009 H Street twice a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays, from 10:30 to 11:15 a.m. It's for absolute beginners to learn the ropes, and then from 11:15 to noon, the beginners can all dance together, and then from noon to 1 p.m., there's a session for intermediate dancers. They do suggest a $2 donation, and if you need more info, you can contact Jean at 541-251-8998.
Yeah, we had the last one in here. Monarch Gardens, located at 984 Parkview Drive in Brookings, is having a dementia support group every third Thursday of the month, 3 p.m. A compassionate space to process your emotions. For more information, you can call 541-469-6817. Well, that's it. We got the flying fickle finger of fate from the producers. It's time to close out this week's show. And before we go, I'd like to give a shout out to our fearless producers, Ray and Tom and Tony, for all their great work each week helping us bring our show to the airwaves. And thank you all for tuning in to this week's Insider Report. And please make sure to tune in on a daily basis to KCIW LP 100.7 FM and catch all the fine shows that they have to offer, including show podcasts that, hey, you can find the Insider Report there. All you got to do is go to kciw.org. Most of the info from this week's show came from the Insider of Southern Oregon Entertainment newspaper. You can read more by going to theinsidersouthern.oregon.com, where you also find the link to the Insider Report. You can just find us all kinds of ways. And until next week, this is Cousin Bruce Ellis.
And I'm Kat Liddell.
We are signing off, so please support local businesses, keep it real, and spread the love and the peace every chance you get. And hey, we'll see you out there.
Bam!
We got a little tongue time.
Cousins.
For music credits for the preceding show, go to kciw.org/credits.